So completed chapter number 7. Let me go to chapter number 8. Hopefully my internet is good. Keep buffering sometimes. Let me go to chapter number 8. These are the heads of their father's house, and this is the genealogy of those who went up with me from Babylon, the reign of the king Azarias. Of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom; the sons of Ithram, Daniel; of the sons of David, Tush; the sons of Shishaniah, sons of Parush, Zechariah; and registered with him were 115 males. The sons of Path, Moab; Elionah, the son of Zechariah; and with him 200 males, of sons of Zechariah; Ben Jaziel; and with him 300 males, the sons of Adin; Ibad, the son of Jonathan; and with him 50 males, the sons of Elam; Jeshaniah, the son of Athaliah; and with him 70 males, the sons of Shepaiah; Zebadiah, the son of Michael, with his 80 males; the sons of Joab; Obadiah, the son of Geniel, with him 218 males; the son of Shelimoth; Ben Joshua, with him 160 males; the sons of Bibabi; Zechariah, the son of Bibabi, and with him 28 males; of the sons of Ascar; Jonan, the son of Haktan, and with him 110 males; the last ones of Adinokim, whose names are these: Eliphilat, Jeiel, and Shemaiah; with them 60 males; also the sons of Bigwa, Uttai, and Zamud; with them 70 males. Now I gathered them by the river that flows to Hawa, and we encamped there 3 days. And I looked among the people and the priests, and found none of the sons of Levi there. Then I sent for Elisar, Ariel, Shemaiah, Elnath, Jarim, Elinath, Nathan, Zechariah, and Meshulam, leaders; also for Joriam and Elkanah, men of understanding. And I gave them a command for Ido, the chief man at the place Casiphia, and I told them what they should say to Ido and his brother, the Nethniam, and the place Shashphia, that they should bring us servants of the house of our God. Then by the God hand of our God upon us, they brought us a man of understanding, the sons of Maili, the sons of Levi, the son of Israel, namely Sherebiah with his sons and brothers, 18 men, and Ashbiah with him, Jeshiah of the sons of Merari, his brothers and his sons, 20 men; also of Nethniam, whom David and the leaders have appointed for the service of the Levites, 220 Nethniam; all of them were designated by name. Then I proclaimed a fast there for a river of Ahava, that he might humble ourselves before our God, to seek for him the right way, for us and our little ones, and all our possessions. For I was ashamed to request of the king an escort of the soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy on the road. Because we have spoken to the king, saying, the hand of our God is upon all those who are good, who seek him, but his power and his wrath are against all those who forsaken him. So we fasted and entreated our God for this, and he answered our prayer. And I separated 12 of the leaders of the priests, Sherebiah, Asbiah, and 10 of their brethren with them, and weighed out them the silver, gold, and the articles, the offerings for the house of God, which the king as his counselor and his princes and all Israel who were present had offered. I weighed it into the hand 650 talents of gold, silver articles weighing 100 talents, 100 talents of gold, 20 golden basins worth of 1,000 prashmas, and 2 vessels of fine polished bronze, precious as gold. And I said to them, you are holy to the Lord, and the articles are holy also. The silver and gold are a freewill offering to the Lord God of your fathers. Watch and keep them until you have weighed them before the leaders of the priests and the Levites and the heads of the father's house of Israel in Jerusalem, the chambers of the house of the Lord. So the priests and the Levites received the silver and the gold and the articles by weight, to bring them to Jerusalem to the house of God. Then we departed from the river Hawa on the 12th day of the first month to go up to Jerusalem. The hand of our God was upon us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy and from the ambush along the roadway. So we came to Jerusalem and stayed there 3 days. Now on the fourth day, The silver and gold and the articles were weighed in the house of our God by the hand of Merimoth, the son of Uriah, the priest. And with him was Elisha, the son of Phinehas. With them were the Levites, Josphat, the son of Jeshua, and Noadiah, the son of Bera, with the number and weight of everything. All the weight was written down at the time. The children of those who had been carried away captive, who had come from captivity, offered burnt offering to the God of Israel 12 bulls for all Israel, 96 rams, 77 lambs, and 12 male goats as a sin offering. All this was a burnt offering to the Lord. And they delivered the king's order to the king's satraps and the governors in the region beyond the river. So they gave support to the people and the house of God. Ezra chapter 8 is completed. Let me go to Ezra chapter 9. When these things were done, the leaders came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priest and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands with respect to the abominations of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Hammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken some of their daughters as wives for themselves and their sons, so that the holy seed is mixed with the people of those lands. Indeed, the hand of the leaders and the rulers have been foremost in the trespass. So when I heard these things, I tore my garment and my robe, and plucked out some of the hair of my head and beard, and sat down astonished. Then everyone who trembled at the words of the God of Israel assembled to me, because of the transgressions of those who had carried away captive. I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. At the evening sacrifice I arose from my fasting, and I have torn my garment and my robe. I fell on my knees and spread out my hands to the Lord my God. And I said, O my God, I am too ashamed and humiliated to lift up my face to you, my God, for our iniquities have risen higher than our heads, and our guilt has grown up to the heavens. Since the days of our fathers to this day we have been very guilty, and for our iniquity we, our kings, and our priests have been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, to plunder, and to humiliation, as it is to this day. And now for a little while grace be shown from the Lord our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a peg in his holy place, that our God may be enlighten our eyes, and give us measure of the revival in our bondage. For we were slaves, yet our God did not forsake us in our bondage. He extended mercy to us in the sight of the kings of Persia. He revived us to repair the house of our God, to rebuild its ruins, to give us a wall in Judea and Jerusalem. And now, O God, our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken your commandments, which you have commanded by your servants the prophets, saying, the land which you are entering to possess is an unclean land, with the uncleanness of the people of the lands, with their abominations, which was filled in from one end to the other with the impurity. Now therefore do not give your daughter as wives for their sons, nor take the daughters to your sons, never seek their peace or prosperity, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it as an inheritance to your children forever. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great guilt, since you, our God, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this, should we break your commandments and join in marriage with the people committed these abominations? Would you not be angry with us until you have consumed us, so that there would no remnant or survivor? O Lord God of Israel, you are righteous, for we are left as a remnant, as it is this day. Here we are before you in our guilt, though no one can stand before you because of this. Chapter number 9 is completed. Let me go to the final chapter, Ezra. Now while Ezra was praying, and while he was confessing, weeping, and bowing down before the house of God, a very large assembly of men, women, and children gathered to him from Israel, for the people wept very bitterly. And Sheshaniah, the son of Jael, one of the sons of Bilam, spoke up and said to Ezra, we have trespassed against our God, and have taken pagan wives from the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel in spite of this. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and those who have been born to them, according to the advice of my master, and of those who tremble at the commandment of the God, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for this is master is your responsibility. We also are with you. Be of good courage and do it. Then Ezra arose and made the leaders of the priests, the Levites, and all Israel swear an oath that they would do according to this word. So they swore an oath. Then Ezra rose up from before the house of God and went into the chamber of Jonah, son of Elisha. And when he came there, he ate no bread and drank no water, for he mourned because of the guilty of those from the captivity. And they issued a proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem and to all the descendants of the captivity that they must gather at Jerusalem, and that whatever would not come within 3 days, according to the instruction of the leaders and elders, all this prosperity would be confiscated, and he himself would be separated from the assembly of those from the captivity. So all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered at Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 12th the month, and all the people sat in the open square of the house of God, trembling because of this matter and because of heavy rain. Then Ezra the priest stood up and said, You have transgressed and have taken pagan wives, adding to the guilt of Israel. Now therefore make confession to the Lord God of your fathers, and do his will. Separate yourself from the people of the land and from the pagan wives. Then all the assembly gathered and said with a loud voice, Yes, as you have said, so we must do. But there are many people. It is a season of heavy rain, and we are not able to stand outside. Nor is the work of 1 or 2 days, and for there are many of us who are transgressed in this matter. Please let the leaders of our entire assembly stand. Let all those in our cities who have taken pagan wives come out at the appointed times, together with the elders and the judges of the cities, until the fierceness of the wrath of our God is turned away from us in this matter. Only Jonathan, only Jonathan the son of Ashiel and Jesiah the son of Tikva opposed this, and Meshullah and Shabbatiah the Levite gave them support. Then the descendants of the captivity did so, and Ezra the priest, with certain heads of the father's household, were set apart by the father's household, each by them by name, and sat down on the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. By the first day of the first month, they finished questioning all the men who have taken pagan wives. And among the sons of the priests who have taken pagan wives, the following were found: the sons of Jeshua, the son of Josadak, and his brother Mashiach, Elisa, Jarim, and Jedaliah, and they gave them their promises that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they presented a ram of the flock and their trespass offering. Also the son of Immer, Hanani, and Zebdiah, the sons of Harim, Mashiach, Elijah, Shimea, Jael, Mashiach, Ishmael, Nethaniah, Josaphat, Elisha, also the Levites, Josaphat, Shemiel, Kilisha, Bethniah, Judah, and Elisa. Also of the singers, Elisha, of the gatekeepers, Shalom, Elam, and Uri, and others of Israel, of the sons of Parush, Ramiah, Jeshiel, Malshia, Mijam, Elisar, Malshisha, and Benaniah of the sons of Elam, Mathniah, Zechariah, Jael, Abdi, Jerimoth, and Eliah, the sons of Zatu, Eloniah, Elishiba, Matan, Jerimoth, Zabad, and Azaziah of the sons of Bibabi, and Jehonan, Hananiah, Zabi, and Hathaliah, the sons of Bani, Meshulam, Malush, Adaiah, Jashum, Shiel, and Ramoth of the sons of Bath Moa, Atna, Shilal, Beniniah, Mashia, Mataniah, Bezalel, Binia, and Manasseh of the sons of Arim, Elisar, Ishijah, Malijah, Shemaiah, Shimeon, Benjamin, Malush, and Shemariah of the sons of Hashum, Mattaniah, Matana, Zabad, Elisaphiad, Jeremiah, Manasseh, and Shimea, Benaniah, Benihiah, Shilum, Benia, Merimoth, Elishiba, Mattaniah, Matani, Hashai, Bani, Binui, Shimei, Shilmaiah, Nathan, Edihiah, Mashna Devi. What about item? Samariah, Shalom, Amariah, and Joseph, the sons of Nebo. Matniah, Sabat, Zebina, Jadai, Joel, and Benaniah. All these have taken pagan wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. Wow. So much of names, it's almost like a tongue twister, but yeah, I completed Ezra chapter 10 and spot level realm. Yes, yes, brother. Good to see you. Amen. Yes, brother. Thanks for coming to the live stream and listening to the book of Ezra. Completed Ezra chapter 10. The final, like maybe final 20 verses were like a little bit difficult because of the pronunciations, the names, a little bit difficult, but I completed. So right now, Ezra is completed. Let me go to Nehemiah chapter 1 and 2. So let me go to Nehemiah chapter number 1. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Ashleah, came to pass in the month of Shishleah, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan, the city, that Hananiah, one of my brethren, came with men from Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews who had escaped, who have survived the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said to me, the survivors who are left from the captivity in the province are there in great distress and reproach. The wall of Jericho is also broken down, and its gates are buried with fire. So it was when I heard these words that I sat down and wept and mourned for many days, and I was fasting and praying before the God of heaven. And I said, I pray, Lord God of heaven, O great and awesome God, who you keep your covenant and mercy with those who love you and observe your commandments. Please let your ear be attentive and your eyes open, that you may hear the prayer of your servant, which I pray before you now, day and night, for the children of Israel, your servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against you, both my father's house and I have sinned. We have acted very corruptly against you, and have not kept the commandments, the statutes, nor the ordinance which you have commanded your servant Moses. Remember, I pray, the word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the nations. But if you return to me and keep my commandments and do them, though some of you were cast out to the farthest part of the heavens, yet I will gather them from there and bring them to the place which I have chosen as a dwelling for my name. Now these are your servants and your people, whom you have redeemed by your great power and by your strong hand. O Lord, I pray, please let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant, the prayer of your servants who desire to fear your name. And let your servants prosper this day. I pray and grant them mercy in the sight of this man. For I was the king's cupbearer. So Nehemiah is king's cupbearer. Chapter number 1 is completed. Let me go to chapter number 2. And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Azarias, when wine was before him, and I took the wine and gave it to the king. Now I had never been sad in the presence before. Therefore the king said to me, why is your face sad, since you are not sick? This is nothing but sorrow of heart. So I became dreadfully afraid and said to the king, may the king live forever. Why should my face not be sad when the city, the place of my father's tomb, lies waste and its gates are buried with fire? Then the king said to me, what do you request? So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said to the king, if it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor in your sight, ask that you send me to Judah, the city of my father's tombs, that I may rebuild it. Then the king said to me, how long will your journey be? And when will you return? So it pleased the king to send me, and I sent him a time. Furthermore, I said to the king, if it pleases the king, let letters be given for me for the governors of the region beyond the river, that they must permit me to pass through till I come to Judah. The letter to Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he must give timber to take beams for the gates, the citadel, which pertains to the temple, for the city wall, and for the house that I will occupy. The king granted me them to me according to the good hand of my God upon me. Then I went to the governors in the region beyond the river, and gave them the king's letter. Now the king had sent captains of the army and the housemen with me. When Shaphalat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite officially heard of it, they were deeply disturbed that the man who had come to seek the well-being of the children of Israel. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. Then I arose in the night, and a few men with me. I told no one what my God had put me in my heart to do at Jerusalem, nor was there any animal with me, except the one on which I rode. And I went out by night through the valley gate to the serpent well and the refuse gate, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem which were broken down, and its gates which were burned with fire. Then I went on to the foundation gate and to the king's pool, but there was no room for the animal under me to pass. So I went up in the night by the valley and viewed the wall. Then I turned back and entered by the valley gate, and so returned. The officials did not know where I have gone or what I have done, and I had not yet told the Jews, the priests, the nobles, and the officials, or the others who did the work. Then I said to them, you see the distress that we are, how Jerusalem lies wasting its gates, and are buried with fire. Come and let us build the wall of Jerusalem, that we may no longer be reproached. And I told them of the hand of my God, which had been good upon me, and also of the king's word that he had spoken to me. So they said, let us rise up and build. Then they set their hands to his good work. But when Shalbat the Horonite, Tobiah the Ammonite official, and Jisham the Arab heard of it, they laughed at us and despised us and said, what is this thing that you are doing? Will you rebel against the king? So I answered him and said to them, the God of heaven himself will prosper us. Therefore we, his servants, will arise and build. But you have no heritage or right or memorial in Jerusalem. So Nehemiah chapter 2 is completed. Scott level earth says, or Scott level realm says, good job, brother. Yes, brother. Thank you for coming in the live stream and listening to the Bible. Just finished Ezra, and right now I'm in the book of Nehemiah. And I think there are like 13 chapters in Nehemiah. Let me see. It's 13. Okay, I finished 2, so 11 more chapters, and that will be the book of Nehemiah. So hopefully I will complete it in the near future. Maybe I'll do a stream later in the evening time. Right now my time is 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Hopefully I'll come back and do a live stream later in the evening time. God bless everybody. And Scott level realm. Thanks for coming in, and hope you have a good sleep, a great day tomorrow. So peace and blessings to everybody.